Hi, this is Niamh, and in this video we're going to talk about how mixed messages in the home business and internet marketing space are a great thing for you. Stay tuned. Now, when I first started trying to learn about home business and internet marketing in particular, I felt pulled in hundreds of different directions. You could spend like 1 hour researching work from home and find hundreds of different options of ways people are doing it. And they will swear up and down that their way is the way. It's like the best way. It's the most perfect way. And yeah, that's probably the case for them. That way that they figured out really suits them down to the ground. But here's the kind of deeper meaning. When there's a lot of mixed messages, when there's an enormous number of people talking about how much money they've made and they've all done something different, what does that really mean? That means that there are an enormous number of things that work for creating money and creating an income from home. This is actually really, really exciting news because it means that you can find a path that suits you. Really, if you look at it, every single person that you could follow, every leader in the internet marketing space has done it a little bit differently. And they've had a slightly different focus based on what they believed was the most important thing. Like for me, I really love, figuring out what's going on underneath something. So I don't want to just hear about a strategy. I want to know why it works. Because when I know why it works, then I can kind of play around with it and tweak it to suit me and to still continue to work. So that's to me, I think that's the most important thing. So I'll be yammering on about how important it is to kind of understand the concepts underneath why you're doing something. But then for someone else, the big thing is something else, and I think this is actually really fantastic. What it means is that you can have leadership as guides. So if you wanted to create a leveraged income that's mostly automated, you could follow someone like me. You could join the system that I use, and you could just, do your work on the traffic like I do and let a system automate the rest. If you have a lot of skills already, if you're I'm awesome at building products, then you probably wouldn't want to do my system. You'd probably follow someone else who's a product creator, and they could show you how they're selling their product, what they're doing to promote their product. If you're an author, you might be following people who are selling books on Amazon, being okay, how are they selling these books? So you can really pick your path based on what suits you, because there's hundreds of paths. And then look at leaders not as people to follow in their footsteps exactly, because you'll find that it's just different. You can't step in the same river twice. That's oh gosh, I can't remember, Heraclitus or something said that. But it's, no man can step in the same river twice, because it's other waters at this point. So if I step in the river, you're stepping into other waters. The internet is always changing, but so much is always working. So what you can do is you can use other people as a guide. Look at the pattern that they followed. Did they have to work their butts off before they, achieved anything? Maybe then that means you got to work your butt off. Did they have to learn some skills? You probably got to learn some skills. But that doesn't mean that the exact same work is going to be what you do. So it's all about picking the path that suits you, that suits who you are, and that lets you be yourself. Because there's an enormous space in internet marketing to be yourself. And if yourself is someone who doesn't want to get in front of a video, you don't do this. Then you maybe write a blog, or then you use paid advertising. There's so many paths, and you can find the path that fits you the best, right? So that is why mixed messages are an excellent thing, because it means that you can find your own path just like hundreds of thousands of other people have done before you, and you can use leaders as guides that will help show you the way, that will help illuminate parts of your path, and you can have an incredibly fun journey on the way. So subscribe to the channel, choose your path, and I will see you in the next video.